Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Entrepreneurship for English major course with me, Larissa Daniela. I am the lecturer of English Literature Department at Jakarta International University in Indonesia. This course will be conducted both in English and in Indonesian. Hope you guys enjoy. We will continue with the chapter 6. Okay, in this chapter, we are going to continue our discussion about self-branding. But for now, if previously we discussed about CV and then the LinkedIn as the online CV, now we move on to the portfolio. Okay, so let's say that you have prepared an incredible and attractive CV and cover letter as well. And you also have completed your LinkedIn profile. Do you think that would be enough to create a good personal branding of yourself? Well, yeah, I can say yes, but however, it would be better if you can, you would make it more perfect if you can create or you have a well-crafted portfolio with you. So what is actually portfolio? What is it for and how does it work? Well, we are about to discuss that today. So the self-branding through portfolio. Okay, all right, so here are the topic of our discussions today with the title Self-Branding Through Portfolio. Let's see our agenda today in today's lecture. The first one is about what is actually portfolio and what is actually the basic differences between CV, cover letter, and also the portfolio. And the second is the purpose of portfolio. And then the third one is 4 steps to build a portfolio. The fourth is content of career portfolio. The number 5 is developing a career portfolio, digital career portfolio, and lastly is portfolio for English major. And at the end of the session, I will also show you the examples of portfolio that was created by my students. So I'll show you the real portfolio itself. Okay, let's go to the first discussion, the first part about what is actually portfolio. So the word portfolio is derived from the Latin words portare, which means to carry, and the word volume, which means documents or artifact. So a portfolio, therefore, I can say that a portfolio filled with a summary of documents highlights explaining who you are, what you've done, and what you hope to do. There are several types of portfolios, and here we are going to discuss, or we are focusing ourselves to discuss about career portfolio. A career portfolio is a way to display a comprehensive collection of your professional productions to the potential employers or to your potential partners or investors, let's say business partners or investors. Portfolio is a visual representation of someone's work. It's the place to show people what you are about and what you are right now. So in short, a portfolio is the evidence of your potential. Okay. So the differences between CV, cover letter, and also portfolio. So let me explain to you a brief meaning of each of these three. The first one is CV. So CV is a short summary of your personal information, professional and educational experience, and also the skill set that you have. A CV provides a brief overview of your credentials. Well, it typically consists of 1 or 2 pages, especially for recent graduates or fresh graduates, in which they don't have much experiences and they don't have work experience as well, usually. So it consists only 1 or 2 pages. Okay, meanwhile, the cover letter itself consists of the information about your past experiences and educational background combined with your skill sets to assure the employers that you are the right candidate for the job. Most of the cover letter consists only one page, only. Yeah, with 3 or 4 paragraphs, let's say, but if you want to have 5, that's also okay. Okay, and lastly is about portfolio itself. So portfolio is a curated collection of your work, assets, and activities. The main goal of a portfolio is to showcase your skills and talents by giving a quick sneak peek of what you are capable of. Moreover, portfolio consists of more detailed evidence of what you are writing on your CV and cover letter. It could consist of many pages and designed in various ways, digitally or printed. So you can use any kinds of portfolio. It could be in digital form or in a printed one. So the key difference among those three are actually the detailed information provided. Compared to the other two, compared to the CV and cover letter, well, portfolio could give more creative visual display of everything you have written on your CV and cover letter. Portfolio is like the combination between CV and the cover letter itself. Moreover, in this digital era, you can also create a great design of your digital portfolio to house all of your visual works and projects so that so there you have it, an overview of a CV. On the other hand, the more detail heavy of your work experience, educational details, awards, professional affiliations, certifications, and so on is provided in the portfolio. So yeah, so CV is the least detailed information about yourself. It's definitely just in pointers. Yeah, in pointers, you cannot explain a lot about yourself in your CV. You can just mention it briefly with the bullet points. While in the cover letter, yes, you try to match your past experiences, your skill that you have mentioned on your CV with the job you are applying for in your cover letter. However, the portfolio itself, it's like the real evidence, the written evidence, and it is usually clearer about what you have written on your CV. You give the evidence on your portfolio. So let's say on your CV, you mentioned that I won an award for blah 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 as a blah 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 in the event, in a certain event. Well, you show that in the portfolio, like the certificate, let's say, or the picture of yourself winning the award or things like that. Or I used to teach students of elementary schools when I was in the 4th semester of my university. So that's what you mentioned in your cover letter. So in the portfolio, you give the evidence to support your statement. So you give a picture of yourself teaching the students, or you mention, you put the syllabus of the teaching materials you taught to them at that time. So that's just the example. So the portfolio itself is like the supporting documents of all the things you mentioned on your CV and cover letter, if I may say so. Okay. Let's go to the next part. Is about the purpose of portfolio. Creating a portfolio can help you in many aspects, such as preparing yourself for a job or internship interview. To reference as you're being asked questions during the interview with direct evidence of your skill set. Borgen, Amundsen, and Reuter in 2004 pointed out that when weak areas are identified, appropriate actions can be taken to gain needed expertise in a specific area. Therefore, portfolio is needed as a clear evidence to support your statements on your CV and cover letter, as I mentioned earlier. Okay, so where can we use a portfolio? The first one is for the university admission support. So this is very common practice in most of the universities, especially in Indonesia. Probably the same thing happens in your countries as well. So senior high school students who want to enroll as university students usually need to prepare not only a personal statement letter, but also a portfolio to support what they explained or what they mentioned in the essay that they wrote. Okay, the second purpose is for the internship and career position interview. So internship provides additional expertise outside of the classroom in a specific area. So it's like a practical experience actually after you learned all the theoretical things in the university. Well, internship program is a time for you to prove whether your theory could be applied in the real working society or not. Your career portfolio may make you more attractive as an applicant for an internship. Presenting, I'm sorry. Presenting your work to enhance your credibility makes good business sense. Your well-designed and documented career portfolio may be the edge you need to secure that prized internship. By assembling a career portfolio, you present eye-catching evidence that enhances your selling process. Yeah, when you sell yourself, yeah, you need to catch the interviewer's interest to increase your chance for the job offer. You can communicate your preparation, professionalism, thoroughness, commitment through your career portfolio. Okay, and lastly is for the career purpose. So for the performance review, let's say that let's say that your boss or your HR want to do a review about your performance during this past 1 year of your work in his office. So you can make your own portfolio to support that, to get the more objective assessment from the HR or from your boss, to remind them what you have done so far, to remind them about all of your achievements during this past for the past 1 year. Okay, the second one is to get a raise. Yes, the same thing happens when you are trying to get a raise of your salary or to be promoted. The third one is to get a promotion. Yes, so this portfolio would be definitely very beneficial as a proof, as the evidence to tell to your to the HR or to your boss that, okay, I have achieved this. I have achieved the goals of the company. I have done so many things for the company. I even won, like, let's say, the best employee award, that kind of thing. I got a lot of good feedbacks from the customers. So those you can give a clear evidence about that on your portfolio and request to get a promotion or to get a rise. Okay, the last one is to change the career. Yeah, to change the career, it means like you start again to apply for the job, do the interview. So this is like this is your portfolio about what you have done previously, whether that matches with your future career or not. So this would be definitely very useful and helpful for you. Okay, the next one is about the 4 steps of to build portfolio. So according to Hightower from Parkland College, thank you to Hightower, there are 4 steps to build good portfolio. Let's discuss them one by one. The first one is collect all the materials. Gather all the materials will be needed in the portfolio. Use the current and relevant materials that suit the job or suit the career or the business that you are about to pursue, or you are applying for. And then the second one is organize the materials. The portfolio should be arranged so that the employers can find the information easily. Resume, bio, and skill lists should be placed in the beginning, then arranged other items according to the most important information. However, you can set each part chronologically from the most update to the least. So for this number 2, organize the material, there is no, what is it? Yeah. There is no specific guideline on how to do this. I mean, you can arrange this on your own, according to your needs. I mean, if you want to organize it chronologically from based on the dates, the updates one to the oldest one, it's all up to you. If you wanna organize this from base on the categorization, that's also possible. Like, okay, this is my writing section. Okay, this is my photograph section. Okay, this is my project section, or this is my award section. It's all up to you. Yeah, as long as it is well organized. Okay. Number 3, make it visually appealing. Making your portfolio visually appealing is especially important for any candidate in the arts or design fields. You should be organized and design your portfolio in a consistent way that displays your aesthetic, personality, and work style. Well, yes, I do agree that this would be very important for the arts or design fields, but it doesn't matter that the other fields should do it just biasa-biasa aja, enggak ya? Hanya karena bukan dari arts atau design, tidak berarti you still have to make it special. You still have to make it creative. You still have to create something attractive that would attract your readers, the readers of your portfolio. Okay, the last one is customize your portfolio. Once you have a master copy of your work portfolio, you can customize it for specific job applications and interviews. Change your resume and skill page to highlight the requirements listed in the job description if you are applying for a job. Okay, but having a portfolio, let's say that you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start a business, you want to start a startup company. This portfolio could be 2. The first is the personal portfolio of yourself, or it could be the portfolio of your company, of your business, or it could be the combination of those 2. It's also possible. So this portfolio will be your, what is it? Yeah. To support when you try to pitch your customer, your investor. This portfolio could be the clear evidence, this very to support all the things you try to explain to them. Okay, so having a portfolio as an entrepreneur is also very important. Okay, let's say you want to start to have a restaurant of your restaurant. If you want to have your own restaurant, yeah, the portfolio could consist of the design of your restaurant, and then the menus that you are trying to make, and then your business plan is actually also your portfolio. So as an entrepreneur, the business plan itself is the portfolio. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, content of career portfolio, still from the same source, the Hightower, in the Parkland College YouTube channel. She explained that there are 9 orders to make professional career portfolio. However, I adjust them according to the common practice in Indonesia. Jadi saya tidak mengambil ke-9 semuanya. I do not take the whole 9 points from the Hightower's explanation in her YouTube channel, but I only take some of them. Okay, so the first one is the cover page. Try to make it an attractive cover page. Number 2 is the table of content. Make this part tidy and make sure all your materials titles included here already. Number 3 is the cover letter. Yeah, you may copy the exact cover letter you have directly to your portfolio. Number 4, you may copy the exact resume you have directly to your portfolio, or you may also put the cover letter and the CV separately from the portfolio. So it's all yours. Yeah, it's all your choice. Mau dipisah boleh, mau digabung ke dalam portfolio juga tidak apa-apa. Okay, so number 5, letters of recommendation. This is also an optional thing to do. If you have a recommendation from your university for continuing your education, or recommendation from your company, for example, or if you already have a customers who, your loyal customer of your business, your service or your products, you can also input that here. As an evidence that you are someone that people can rely on. Yeah, you are a reliable person. Okay, and number 6 is the evidence of your work samples, your achievements, and your certification. So during your study at the university, if you join organizations, if you are part of certain events as the committee or as the member or as the performer or as the MC, put all those things in the evidence in your portfolio. And if you have achieved certain awards, any certifications, or let's say any language proficiency test, the score of it, I mean, put it there. Just put it there. Put everything of your works there. In Indonesian, saya bicaranya seperti ini. Segala sesuatu yang merupakan hasil karyamu, yang kamu klaim sebagai milikmu atau kamu menjadi bagian dalam itu, taruh semuanya di dalam portfolio. Ya, itu akan sangat bagus sekali gitu. Okay. Developing a career portfolio. The following are 3 ways to develop our career portfolio. So in their YouTube channel, a speaker from Clarion University explained that there are 3 ways on how to develop a career portfolio. The first one is collecting and storing. The starting step would probably not going to be easy if you started late. But if you do this from the very beginning, it would be very easy for you. This collecting and storing step is actually choosing the right documents that provides evidence to demonstrate your accomplishments as you mentioned on your CV and cover letter. Storing the self-assessment of skills by analyzing accomplishments by explaining the job title in specific, job duties, and the skills. It could be hard skills or soft skills. Number 2 is reflecting and selecting. There are 3 tools for reflecting. We have to know our goals, our timelines, and also the accomplishments. After that, we have to make sure the position and responsibility are clearly delivered. And lastly, we have to collaborate the work independently. We have to collaborate whether the work is done independently or is it done as a part of a team. Yeah. Because the explanation would be different. If it is independently, then it's all yours. It's on your own. But if it is, if you are part of the team, then you also need to mention that. It is important to select the correct and proper documents for your career portfolio. If we have any problem in selecting the documents, we have to ask ourselves these questions. How am I going to use it? Or who is going to be looking at it? What will they be looking for when they look at it? And lastly is what is it I want to show about myself? So if you can answer these 4 questions, if you can find the right answers for these 4 questions, then you need to be able to find the suitable documents for your portfolio. So let's say one portfolio could be different to another. It depends on to whom you are going to show this. Yeah, so if you want to show this for the business purpose, then the portfolio would probably different from the English major purpose, that kind of thing. So the same thing happens like when you create a CV or a cover letter. One cover letter or one CV cannot covers everything. Yeah, cannot cover everything. So if you send a CV or cover letter to, let's say, a multimedia company, it should be different to the cover letter and CV you send to the other companies with different backgrounds, different fields, different expertise. So the same thing happens with portfolio. Okay, number three is writing and designing. Choose the portfolio, whether it will be in hard copy or printed or in digital. Okay, let's talk about the hard copy one first. If it is in hard copy, you can probably use a binder. Yeah, it could be about 1 inch, so 1 inch. So don't make it too thick. Yeah. Make sure that it is not too thick because it will be difficult for you to bring it and show it to the employer or to your partners. And then customizable cover page based on to whom you show it, as I said earlier. Then the table of content, which consists of all parts of your portfolio. Make sure that your portfolio is the original works of yourself. If you take the design or samples from other resources, don't forget to put the original source. Please keep in mind to never include the original documents. Okay, this is such a big no-no. Unless you want to miss it, you want to lose it. Yeah, so place the documents in a sheet protectors to keep it safe. And don't forget also to prepare a pen and notepad if it is necessary. Okay, if previously we talked about printed portfolio, now we talk about digital career portfolio. According to the arimetrics.com, a digital portfolio, which also known as the electronic portfolio or e-portfolio, it is a tool that collects the set of content, documents, works, presentations, and other with the aim of presenting the best work of an individual or organization. Presented in digital format, yes, of course. In this way, it is presented as a group of digital content that works as a presentation. It is an element that is becoming enormously popular in the digital world due to its ease of being shared on the internet. There are many online tools that you can utilize to create your own digital career portfolio. You can utilize them and adjust them according to your background and to your needs. Here are the examples of digital portfolio tools that you can use. Live binders, Canva, LinkedIn itself, even you can create a portfolio from your LinkedIn. If you feel your profiles completely with all the features and menus, that is actually your portfolio. And then you can also create a website from Squarespace, let's say. And lastly is you can even put that in your Google Drive. So you can create one folder in the Google Drive, which is called portfolio, and name it portfolio. And anytime you need it, you just need it to share to anyone. You can put everything there. Not only in the visual or printed format, but you can even upload your video. Yeah, video. If it is in the Google Drive. Okay. So the last part of our discussion today, well, second to the last, I'm sorry. It's about portfolio for English major. Yeah. Specifically for English major students, portfolio would be very useful for you. You can put not only your achievements or certifications or activities, yeah, accomplishments, but also pieces from your coursework during your study at the university. So for example, these 8 numbers: essays, creative writings, poetry or creative poems, research paper, your results of translation. It could be in written or in oral when you when you are interpreting something. Yeah. Or it could be like a movie analysis that you did by yourself. And also English proficiency certificates, you can definitely put it there in your portfolio. TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, that kind of thing. Synopsis of the book, if you ever written, if you have ever written a book, you can put the title and the synopsis of the book in your portfolio. And then if you ever taught English and preparing all the materials for your teaching on your own, you could also include the syllabus in your portfolio, and also the pictures of yourself teaching the students, your students, I mean. Okay, so the 3 samples of portfolio. Okay, I'll now show you the 3 examples. These are not English major students actually, but it would be more or less the same. Yeah, I'll stop this, stop sharing, and I'll give you this one. Okay, I hope you can see this clearly right now. Or I'll make myself smaller. Okay, so this is the work portfolio, which consists of Instagram, profile layout, the artwork, content samples of my students. Okay, so this is her, what is it? Not a CV, it's more like the picture, the full name, the headline of herself, and then a personal statement here, and then the companies or the users where she used to work for. Okay, including the period of time, her responsibility, that kind of thing she puts there. And then this is her works. Yeah, these are her works, the content writing that she did, all and about Qatar. Okay, so daily content, she puts everything here, and then campaign, her campaign that she did, article writing. So these are the articles, website articles that she wrote by herself. And then the articles as well. Volunteering work. Yes, I forgot to mention this earlier. You can definitely put your volunteering work as well in your portfolio like this. Instagram stories, if it is you are the one creating the content, you are the one creating the story, then you can claim this as your work. Put that here. Yeah. And then she used to work for the CLC. It's like a language center in her previous university. And she made like Instagram content there. So she put it here, the stories, highlights, and that's all. And then the contact of herself. Sorry, I cannot show this because it's privacy. Okay, I'll show you the next one. This one. Okay, this is the difference with the previous one is that he didn't give a clear picture of himself at the very beginning, not like Johanna. Johanna put her clear picture at the very beginning, just like her CV, while Rifki didn't do that. Okay, this is a table of content, introduction, experience, social media. This is what Johanna didn't do in her portfolio, but Rifki did it. Introduction, experience, social media, article publication, and lastly is the contact. Okay, so this is her name, his name with a brief explanation about himself. And then this is his CV. Yeah, a writer or journalist, an editor. Okay, so 2 pages of CV. And then his experiences. Okay, so the companies that he used to work for. And then the social media as well that he worked on, he created. And then the Instagram stories that he created, the infographics that he created, the webinar event that he involved in, and the article publications. Okay, so now this is also a good idea to give a link or a barcode here to see all the articles, his articles that have been published in online media. There are a lot. You can also give a link so that people can just click it directly of all the articles. For Indonesian, sorry, for English major students, this would be definitely very useful. I'm sure that you have a lot of writings that you have done during your university. So it's important for you to show your readers, your partners, your colleagues, your interviewer, or your what is it investors about your capabilities. So you can just put a link here and the other types of writing. Okay, and then this one is for license and certifications. If you think you have a lot of certificates, then put it here. One thing to mention, probably you've known this, but just in case if you don't know it yet, I'll tell you one thing. Certificate and certifications are two different things. Be careful with that. Certifications will definitely give you a certificate like this, but a certificate doesn't always indicate a certification. Okay, so be careful with that. And here is his contacts: email, website, LinkedIn, Instagram. He didn't give a phone number in his CV, maybe. Yeah, so yes, thank you. So he doesn't give a clear picture. I'll show you one more thing. This one is a little bit more vintage. Yeah, the design, the template. So the design is totally different from one to another, from Johanna and then from Rifki. Yeah, and this one is yeah, Albert. They are just different one to another. They have their own concepts. So please create a portfolio that could definitely give a good representative of yourself. You can make it either in a formal way or in informal way. You can make it formal or you can make it creative. It's all up to you. Yeah, it depends on the purpose. Okay, so social media content, photograph, and assignments. That's what you put. Bachelor degree of strategic and marketing communication. Okay, so this is a table of contents, the welcome, social media content, photographs, assignments, and closing. Yeah, so this is a little explanation about himself, the content design experience, the things that he created, social media content. Yep, it's all meats. Yep, okay, and then this one too. Yeah, events. So it's not only putting like pictures and infographics, but also it's important for you to put a little explanation about what you put here. So not only putting these pictures, but also he explained what it is, what he did, what kind of involvement that he did, and then his photographs. So if you think you like photographers, if you like taking pictures, even though it is not really related with your business or not really related with the job that you're applying for, but you think that it can show your other skills, then just put it here. I'm okay with that. Yeah, such a great pictures, huh? Okay, and then this one. Yes, the branding projects, digital, all the things that he did at that time. Yeah, click this link to see the full page of all assignments. Yeah, so all the assignments that you did during you do during your study at the university, if you think that it could explore and tell clearly about your backgrounds, then just put it here, and then his contacts here. That's all. So I think that is clear enough to explain everything about this career portfolio. that I want to show you. So that would be all for today, everyone. Thank you very much for joining this course. Hope these materials I gave you will bring you a beneficial knowledge and skills for yourself. Thank you very much and see you in the next chapter. Goodbye.